Do a barrel roll.
Welcome to the Now. I'm Ashley Jenkins.
And I'm Adam Ellis.
Press X to reboot, everybody. It looks like Call of Duty's heading back to World War II. Officially.
That's right. Get bent, space. We've got hints that Call of Duty World War II will be 2017's entry into the franchise.
Dislike that, Trailer Brigaders. You may still find things to dislike, who knows. This potential leak comes from a really random place, a Call of Duty YouTube channel with 400-ish subscribers called The Family Video Gamers.
The Family Video Gamers Spider Law made a video a few days ago reporting that an anonymous user emailed their channel over a video they made about a max ammo glitch in Infinite Warfare Zombie Mode, titled Rave in the Redwoods.
The anonymous user wrote, "I saw your post about glitching Rave in the Redwoods and thought that these images might be something you are interested in. These are legit and from the source, but I cannot state who. All I can say is that they come from someone very close to the project over at Sledgehammer."
The user then attached a series of photos which looked to be official marketing materials for the ridiculous Steelbook edition of the next game titled Call of Duty World War II.
Translation? Call of Duty, please buy this one. If true, this would be the first time the series has gone back to World War II since 2006's Call of Duty 3. Since then, we've had 10 more Call of Duty games in the main series, jumping all over space and time, which sometimes led to the grumbling of many longtime series fans.
And over the weekend, we got slightly more information about whether or not this Steelbook art was legit. Over on Our World War II, a moderator reported that the person who leaked this was also associated with Infinite Warfare's cover art leaks from last year, which got the user banned from Reddit thanks to an Activision DMCA.
Ouch. On top of that, there was also some confirmation from PC Games N, who said one of their sources also told them the title of the next Call of Duty well before these materials leaked. PC Games N wrote, "Thanks to a trusted source with insider knowledge, we can confirm the veracity of this leak. Our source told us the game's title ahead of the leak of this promotional art, corroborating the title seen in the leaked images. You better break out the M1 Garand and warm up those sea legs for later this year."
That's the best reload noise of any gun in any video game. So all that sounds pretty promising. Gamers are also going back through Sledgehammer's history on social media, thanks to this leaked box art, and they're discovering a number of times the developer might have been dropping hints about the World War II setting. Plus, they did World War II themed supply drops in Advanced Warfare on more than one occasion.
In a 2014 interview with GameSpot, Sledgehammer studio head Michael Condrey said, "I think a next generation game with the latest production values and robustness in a World War II setting like Band of Brothers would be amazing."
We don't really know too much about the game other than that, except that by judging by the art, the game will also feature the tried and true World War II staple in the form of a beach landing, last seen in Call of Duty 2's Mission 21.
So it's been a while. And it'll probably also throw some microtransaction supply drops into World War II, which will totally make sense, not break the immersion at all.
Considering all the ruckus over Infinite Warfare's setting, its massively disliked trailers, and the hit the game took to sales, it's not too surprising to see this move by Activision and Sledgehammer. Back in February, the publisher said a move back to the game's roots was in order. That quote came from an earnings call where Chief Operating Officer Thomas Tipple talked a little bit of trash about Infinite Warfare's and made some promises about the series' future.
It's clear that, for a portion of our audience, the space setting just didn't resonate, Tipple said. "We have a passionate, experienced studio deeply committed to this direction, and despite the risks we saw, we believe it is important to consider the passions of our game teams in deciding what content to create."
In 2017, Activision will take Call of Duty back to its roots, and traditional combat once again will take center stage, he said. "This is what our dedicated community of Call of Duty players and Sledgehammer Games, which has been developing this year's title, are most excited about."
Now, we don't really know hard sales numbers for Infinite Warfare because Activision's not sharing the specifics for reasons that I think we can all guess, but Activision did admit at the time that the most recent game underperformed, putting it lightly. We also know that the game wasn't quite matching the numbers of Black Ops 3 at launch. Sales were down 48% for the game in the UK.
Which for any other series would still be ridiculous numbers considering the volume of titles Call of Duty moves.
Yeah, I think any franchise would be happy to be a Call of Duty failure.
Right. But Activision would rather sell 30 million plus rather than 15 to 20 million.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? These early leaks potentially revealing the setting of the next Call of Duty game are, of course, nothing new for Activision, the Call of Duty series. No stranger to leaking early. Last year, Infinite Warfare's far future space setting was leaked well ahead of time by Eurogamer, and of course, there was the stuff that appeared on Reddit, which got that guy banned.
And before that, Black Ops 3 had a big feature leak just ahead of its launch, Advanced Warfare Zombie Mode leaked back in 2014, and Modern Warfare 3 had a massive leak by Kotaku back in 2011 before it had been announced.
Yeah, so if all this is real, and it probably is, we can probably expect some type of announcement by Activision sooner rather than later. They tend to be a little bit more flexible when it comes to this type of thing. And they try and spin a lot of these leaks to their advantage rather than trying to squash them and fight against the people who are most excited about the game.
On the surface, this looks like a move to copy and combat what EA and DICE did with the Battlefield series. Battlefield 1 ditched the modern aesthetic for the stylings of World War I to massive success for the franchise.
Yeah, we don't know hard numbers for that series. We do know that it was the biggest launch in DICE history and even outsold the week 1 launches for Hardline and Battlefield 4 combined in its first week of retail. So yeah, it worked out pretty well for them.
While some will no doubt make jokes about Call of Duty following in Battlefield's footsteps,
no, so many jokes are coming, so many jokes.
It's important to remember that Sledgehammer more than likely started development on this game as far back as 2014 when they were wrapping up work on Advanced Warfare, well before anybody even knew that Battlefield 1 was going to make a jump backwards to World War I.
So on its official Twitter page, Sledgehammer said the upcoming Call of Duty will be our biggest achievement as game makers, so expectations are pretty high. We'll just have to wait and see if they can live up to those promises when the game finally gets its reveal, which could be any day now thanks to how Activision typically responds to these leaks.
What do you guys think of Call of Duty World War II? Let us know in the comments below.
It's going to be, and how hard is it going to be for everyone to not just call it World at War?
That's why I was having trouble with this read. The first time I read World War II, it's World at War II.
Yeah, nope. It's going to be a difficult mental gymnastics. But I also had the same thing with Advanced Warfare because I always think of Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter.
Yep,
but
same problem.
That's where we're at. Anyway, let us know how confused you get about all the titles in the comments. And for future updates on the biggest video game franchises, remember to like this video, and if you're new here, subscribe to the know.
We've got hints that Call of Duty World War II. I'm sorry. Fucking this. My eyes are. Hold on.
You okay?
I have contacts in and they're blurry.
Oh. You better break out the M1. What is that?
Garen.
Okay.
Considering all the Chief Operating Officer.